takes years. Well, many people lost houses. My uncle actually, that was when Katrina was another hurricane. He lost an entire house. So it happens. Anything I had to do that lost their house during New Orleans, it's insane.
Tell people to come to New Orleans to visit every day of the year except August 29. It's just a gree day. It's kind of a curse day.
In 2005, Hurricane Katrina became the costliest natural disaster in U.S. history. Over 1,400 lives lost, and 80% of the city was submerged.
People get dispersed from their families, in water, babies living in the water. People stuck on the bridges, no water, nowhere to change their clothes. People were stuck on the roof for 5 days in the summertime. The water lines were pretty much like
It's just so strange to be back here. It's like you go back in the nightmare. But we survived. It's done. So this is one of 13 areas where the flood wall you see there busted. Right? You see the green color on the right from dark to light? That's busted. Instead of a T wall with a T base. Sand, of course, is not strong enough. So that saved $100 million to the government, yes, but people die.
Why does it go automatically?
It's the kind of thing people came back to after the storm. Down to the steps, you know, and we'll do it. My house didn't flood, but I had a hole in it. Oh yeah. And it stayed soaking in this toxic water for 1 month. After 1 month, the Corps of Engineers dewatered the water out, and then Hurricane Rita. And just like that, so we couldn't really come home till October. You know, it took a long time.
I can't imagine what it's like to be in a house knowing that you might die and literally having to call out your own roof so that you can sit on the roof with your family, waiting for somebody to rescue you. Many people waited and that help never came. Really like heartbreaking and sad to see.
That's one of 13. Is the storm surge pushed the water to the sea into the lake backed up, and then it backed up into the canal. It pushed the flood water against these walls, and the water in the middle of the night just like that. So this house was pushed down the street.
What is stop?
Hurricane Katrina impacted the entire city of New Orleans, but also the entire Gulf South. Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, we all were impacted by this storm. But Black Americans, specifically Black New Orleanians, really had a distinct impact on their lives. And so this story, the Katrina list, is really the story of one man's archives. Mr. Omar Casimir has the largest archival record in the country of Hurricane Katrina. So he was at the convention center and he was documenting either left behind or have been greatly impacted. Public that there were about 1,500 deaths. So people sort of made it through the actual storm, but then the very next day, the levee, the majority of Black neighborhoods, in order to protect the French quarter, and are kind of our plains, right, the Bukhari, where the tourists
From what you said and from what I'm noticing, like the one I just affected a specific neighborhood, or especially community of people, or specific race. When I know that there are white people, there are black people here, so is there something like that, or what are the thoughts about that?
Yeah, I mean, my thoughts about it are that, you know, in general, there are many people who suffer. So I definitely don't want to suggest that, you know, other groups of people didn't suffer, that white people's neighborhoods that they didn't suffer. They did. I think the challenge is that New Orleans has always been a majority Black city. So we've always been about 66 to 70% Black, right? So naturally, things are going to impact us more than they are white Americans. And that has a lot to do with the fact that we have never closed the wealth gap here.
I was here right after that. So I think like the following year or 2 years after, but it was horrible. It was like, especially coming from like a construction background, my dad was showing me like the problems he had to face in Armageddon. Wow. It was horrible. The government was messing over us and the Black community. Wow. And it was surreal. Like, you feel like the thing bounced back or it's bouncing back is an understatement. Yeah.
I was born in Trinidad and Tobago. I migrated when I was 19. I lived in New York.
A lot of the Black community needs to
New
be
Jersey, and I'm now living in New
I'm
Orleans.
tired of Black
19
people
years.
pretending like they are the ones that didn't start slavery because they were, and I'm tired of them pretending that white people didn't die to end slavery because we were. I'm also tired of pretending that there are still slaves today, and all of the slave owners are, you guessed it, people of color. I'm also tired of pretending that there weren't white slaves as well, and I think that a lot of people in the Black community avoid these truths because they want to try and move up in this country without having to do the hard work.
I got a problem. And we're part of the rebuild, so that's important for us to be a part of it. So that was like, you know, we put our roots down, we brought our kids, we just wanted to make the story back up to be a part of it.
In terms of rebuilding the city back, the people from New Orleans, so I feel like when the origin happened, many people from New Orleans left.
Yes,
So who are the new people in the city now? Do they come back or it's just different groups?
2/3, I think, are the same, 1/3 is different. I think between the Black and the white people, there were more Black people before.
New Orleans to me for the first time. Right from now, all I know is New Orleans. I live and all this. That many people I saw in the school were black people. I would say it was formed from these two images. People on screen trying to escape from Hurricane Katrina, and they were black. They looked like me. Going into New Orleans, I assumed that I was going to see a lot of black people. When I went in from Switzerland on my first day, I was finding it difficult to find black people. I saw some black people around, but we had a lot more white people than I expected.
You're familiar with the term gentrification? Yeah. Many of our cultural significant areas, if you will, a lot of the working class portions of the city where our workforce were evacuated. And many of those folks weren't able to come back to the city. It was a year or two after Katrina because they were evacuated to other cities. The people that came to the city after were a lot of professionals and a lot of developed, and rebuilding and rebuilding the city. So population and those urban areas relocated.
Has changed in the sense that now the city has become more gentrified. It has become live here for worker. Rents are high, property taxes are high. A lot of entities from other states still it's less expensive to buy property or home here in New Orleans than it would be somewhere like California or Arizona. The thing that's not balanced is that the wage for these workers doesn't come up to that level with the cost of living and stuff. So gentrification, lots of the people who were once here that grew up here after Katrina, after the levee field, they found a refuge in other cities, in other parts of the United States, where they saw a difference in certain costs, certain things, and decided not to come back. I mean, basically, I think many people's feelings were hurt. The ones who were able to still have feelings as they survived it, and they decided not to come back to Southeast Louisiana.
A lot of people love New Orleans because of the spirit of New Orleans, the resilience and the bounce back that we have. From that, they won a Super Bowl after Katrina. They won a Super Bowl after Katrina, so that shows the fight and the resilience of New Orleans. To be able to bounce back and from something so horrific to everything that you see here, so beautiful, of lights and sounds, and essence, the spirit of New Orleans is still alive and well, but even stronger here today. But my generation is the adults now, so it's like we were young and we remember those times, so we just want to build and impact a bigger essence of New Orleans from that time to now. So the city has really bounced back, really great in my opinion.
After everything I've seen here, one thing is clear. New Orleans isn't just a destination you check off the list. It's a place that stays with you. Economics, displacement, and systems that fail the people where they go. And yet, it's consumed. The culture isn't loud by accident. It's something people get from it. They carry it and pass it down. People here still find a reason to celebrate. And that's what stayed with me. Not just what the city has endured, but the people If you enjoyed watching, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
It's gonna be heavy.
What you say?
This is gonna be heavy. But
Few clicks and no selling fees to pay. That's what the lawyers say. It can always be restyled. Yep, it's the 90s again. People will still love your leopard print. Download Vinted and make items new again.
This is Namibia, one of the most beautiful countries in Africa. Namibia has always been on my travel list for a very long time, but I've never really had the chance to visit up until now. For me, it's one part of Africa that seems so far away that many Africans haven't really bothered to explore. What's one thing people need to know about Namibia?
Firstly, very, very beautiful country. Number two, peaceful country, peaceful and safe.
The 10 days I'm going to be traveling across Namibia in the hopes of ending up in the desert. A little known secret is that Namibia is home to the oldest desert in the world, which I've always wanted to visit. Since I had 10 days, I came up with a plan to spend 3 days each in different interesting parts of the country and finally end up at the oldest desert in the world. I had very limited resources, so I wanted to make sure this trip was as cheap as possible. Set a budget of $1,000, which I was going to make sure not to go over. I started my journey from Cape Town, which is less than 2 hours away from Namibia. With the Nigerian passport, I the capital city of Windsor. 5 million people in the whole of Namibia. It's like one small part of the world. Namibia is one of the least populated countries in the world. Even though the land area is over 4,000 kilometers square, that's really small if you ask me. On entering the city, I could see a striking resemblance with some parts of South. It was the German colony from World South Africa until 1990. And I'm surprised you to know that Namibia was formerly called Southwest Africa. I arrived at the capital city of Lagos. Hands was my first place to stay was the tinted camp I booked online for $30 called the Van Camp. I just so I wanted to start this trip on a budget. So I just back to the country. One of the things I noticed on arrival here was that there were lots of 4x4 Toyota trucks with tents on them. The trucks had almost everything you need for ammunition for road fridge at the back, the drinks, pumps for the tires, cooking equipment if you do decide to go camping, and a lot more. Most people who come to Namibia come for tourism as the country's largest source of revenue. Seeing this video made me realize I was missing something really important for this trip, which was the way to the world. Also, on looking at most of the locations that I planned on visiting were already in the city, and driving all alone was full of the super bowl. So, who was also the travel director, it's not just if we're going to drive all the way to the oldest desert in the world, we're going to need to get a vehicle that can take us around. If we get a vehicle, then we could explore and finally visit the oldest desert in the world, which has always been my mission. And hopefully you get to see it later in this video. If only you could succeed. I put out a post on IG tonight. I was in Namibia in hope that a travel company would reach out to us for.
We go 225, and then go 10 from there. That's a lot of weight.
The next one
This is what it is.
Connections at reach out to us and was willing to help us plan our trip and also give us a brand new vehicle to move around. God is on our side. This is our vehicle. I got to invite there. So some of my I'm excited speak up in media. So that was very good. She told me about a local sport in Greenville called CS, where they could try out some of the best and most applications.
With us here in Namibia, we are close people. So when we eat as a group instead of not doing one meal. So first things first, we must wash.
No, I don't know if you are sweet.
Oh, this is reflex.
Learn from Cynthia to me because I will go great. Tire versus Robo. We're gonna eat that.
I'm down for that. Let's go. So this is
I think it's good to have one. Also, export people internationally. Namibia exported over $52 billion worth of goods in 2020. That's a really huge number. Guys, it was an awesome experience. One of the things I need to do about Namibia is that we have so many amazing resort destinations scattered all over the country. And our plan was to stay in as many as possible. Yeah, I'll be talking about just in case make it happen. I'll sure that. The first place on our list was the Kalahari Highway, which was around 3 hours from Window. The drive was mostly on the tarred road. I've heard that Namibia is the leading African country with the best and quality roads on the continent. And to be honest, they're very nice. Stop that picture on the video. Yeah, Namibia is in Africa, but now. The interesting thing though is Namibia practices the right private system, just like South Africa. Thank you very much. I speak to you. I think it's just like going to small ones, but apparently what is it? Oh wow! Kalahari Pani was like a beautiful oasis in the middle of the desert. Because of the show, one of the activities they do here was the inside, which got us close to the animals in the safari.
You'll be heading to the June where you guys will see a lovely Namibian sunset.
Namibia has some of the most amazing wildlife in any African country. Animals like cheetahs, zebras, lions, elephants, and many more. The national animal is the oryx, which can be seen on the country's coat of arms and can be found all over the countryside. After a long ride through the beautiful safari, we climbed up one of the highest red sand dunes to eat and experience the amazing sunset. How did it feel?
I guess. Oh,
Oh, like this.
yes, Namibia.
I feel like I'm trying to understand.
This is Namibia. You can see this is up north and this is into the Caprivi. So we are about here. This is more to the south. So the west side is this side, and this is more to the east side.
Welcome to Namibia. Check out the sunset. So beautiful.
You can never go wrong with our Namibia.
Oh. Namibia, apparently.
There is no fear, but that is why we are drinking here. And when we come from here, your friends will be drinking your
Good morning. This is Ross Crowder. I feel like 1, 2, 3. I'm going to demolish all of this before we head out of the road. I'm going to do our job. Like 1 Myself, for the second layer of my place called Sausage Bay. We're trying to fight mostly gravel. One project on road trips that we're stopping in different towns and in different areas. The other bicycle, like fuel. Like town, I don't know where this is. What is it called? Mount Tattoo. I think this is not allowed to go to the express. Then onto the gravel. Using that map to hit itself, so you confirm the traction and grip. On our left and right, there's numerous beautiful rock formations. We also came across many animals. We saw a big ass Komodo dragon. It's very massive. Yeah. Driving to Sausage Bay felt like we were taking a long drive through a safari. Even though the roads were gravel, the ride was really smooth. And we're driving at 80 kilometers per hour on this road. To be honest, I had a lot of doubt if we were going to make it to the desert because we still had a long way to go. Traveling for me is always filled with uncertainty, especially for new location, and you can never be too sure of what to expect.
Drink some water. You just had apple, didn't you?
Very popular spot.
Alright. Did you just have apple? Okay. Drink some water. Hey. Hey. Are we gonna be wanting or are we gonna be careful?
A place called Densley, which was
Okay.
the most famous salt pan in Namibia. So after this, we have to go to Northland Park and pay a fee. The prices differ based on where you're from. Cheaper for Nigerians and more expensive for tourists like me. The ride takes another 30 minutes long before getting to the final, which was the most important part of our driving school. So you make sure you don't get stuck. Because if you get stuck,
Yes, this is protein. Warm, crispy, fluffy protein. Gillette Clear Gel Anti-Perspirant starts working immediately. It's stuck in your pits. Gillette, choice is clear.
Let's go to sleep. Should not go to sleep. Settings. I gotta add weight on my bar. Display.
Hotels.com is where you go to choose from hundreds of thousands of hotels and remove them on every stay. It's exactly what it sounds like. Unlike your chicken fingers, which are not what they sound like. When you hear Hotels.com, you think hotel rewards you can use like cash, not like outfits. Because Hotels.com is exactly what it sounds like. Hotels.com, it's all in the name.
This is pretty incredible. You want to go like a hike all the way to the top of that one there. Down this view, whatever, try to download the guys on every sound where I get all my music from. Music is an important part of storytelling. Epidemic Sound provides me with restriction-free music to use on all my platforms without ever having to worry about it being taken down on YouTube. It doesn't matter whether you're a video creator on YouTube or if you create videos for clients. Epidemic Sound has a license to cover However, every town is that you can choose for the large and the music. You might be trying to find music in different sections. You can hold the beats, you can hold the drums. Then sound also allows you the ability to navigate through the website and easily search and filter to find the perfect track. The platform is made with creators like me and you in mind, so all their features allow you to save your time and easily find the perfect sound for whatever project you're working on. If you find a song you like, but there is something missing, you can also click on Find Similar to get similar songs. Click the link in the description for a 30-day free trial. Seeing Dead Flame for the first time was one of the solid sights ever. There were so many trees that were still standing and it was very quiet. It was some years back when the river flooded this area, which led to the growth of these trees. However, all days encroached in this area, blocking the river from the trees, which led to them dying. They're dead trees, but they're still out. And they're still standing there. They've been standing like for hundreds of years. So lots of people coming around. Trust me, this is one of the most breathtaking places I've ever seen. The best time to really experience that play was early in the morning, especially if you want to do things, because it gets really hot in the afternoon. When you get past that, you know, exploring after. The more you explore, the more you get scratch. You never knew it existed. You never knew it actually existed. It's so remarkable, man. It's so remarkable. I thought the night was taught deeply in the conservatory owned by the who are planetary. They own over 47 lodges across the media, and be sure to check them out in the ever platform. This is the world's called Desert Star. This is one of the beautiful things that has to stay in this chapter. This is for us. Trust me, the view is gorgeous. And there's a big restaurant and it's overlooking the area. And this is why people are actually everything you want to do. Right? And if you're cheaper, and if you're African, they will say in Africa, I want to enjoy the concept of the way of experiencing food for a piece. Let me show you guys what the movie here looks like.
It's quite like this in the back.
Okay. The best thing about staying here is this bit. Let me show you what you can do. They had a one-of-a-kind experience where you could pull your bed out of the cabin and lie under the stars at night. This was the first time I ever saw the Milky Way. Spending the night here made me wish I came in my bed and didn't have to spend the night watching the stars beside each other. So don't make the same mistake I did. For those that have those that have food for being in the night, you can also go be at night and there are blankets that you are actually sleeping. There's also no Wi-Fi or cell signal here because they really want you to disconnect. So get ready for a social media detox. The great thing I loved about this location was how remote it was. It gave you the feeling that you were truly alone, and the landscapes and views from the room were truly remarkable. We had dinner while watching the sunset beautifully over the horizon. I know I have used beautiful a lot in this video, but it's just because everything is really beautiful. Yeah, sorry. We also visited another hotel in this collection, which was called Desert Place, and it had a totally different vibe than the first one. This one had a private outdoor pool and was also a great place to stay if you're coming with your partner or family. After experiencing so much of the desert, we set aside a coastal town called Swakopmund. And officially in the desert now, no trees, no nothing, everything just empty, flat land. I would say have another 96 kilometers. I tried from Sossusvlei to Swakopmund. It was going to take us about 4 to 5 hours, so we had to refuel multiple times. driving long distances with a 4x4 leads to a heavy fuel intake. The diesel in Namibia costs around $24 Namibian per liter, which was a small price to pay if you don't want to get stuck in the desert. Because Namibia is so big, there were moments where we drove for 20 to 30 minutes without coming across a single vehicle. Also, your car has to be in tip-top shape because breaking down here is not even something I would wish on my enemy. The great part about the tented 4x4 was that worst case scenario, you sleep on the roof. But I prefer the beautiful lodges. Because we made it to tropical Capricorn, we actually went but I'm not going to before. We drove past one of the most amazing sites ever. A picnic that was home to the beautiful flying birds and flamingos. The first time I ever saw the flamingos in Africa were in the hundreds of thousands.
This is your 5.
Farther than my eyes could see.
Okay, no reason to go. 10.
Which comes with feather pink. They also sleep on Finally, I arrived up in Coastal City, which was sharp contrast that whole through the desert. Namibia had over 1,500 kilometers of coastline. Swaziland is also the biggest coastal town, and Namibia this is my first time walking on the streets. It looks very last so I Cape Town actually, and also the temperature too. Also feels like I'm actually in Cape Town. The ocean front where many amazing businesses, hotels, Airbnbs, and vacation homes. The average price of the town was around $100,000. One of the most prominent sites in the city is the Swaziland Lighthouse and the Moon, an old sea wall. We're currently at this place called Strand Hotel. What is the first time? We've been stuck in the desert for a few days now, and this is quite refreshing. Hello, you got with the guys? Yeah, it's gonna be happy. You're gonna show me how we gotta do there, right? Yeah, no, for tonight, definitely. Okay. We're gonna start off very easy, because we got early morning, so restaurant in Nigeria, don't worry, I'm good. Our spot for the night was the Delight Hotel, which was a 5-minute walk from the waterfront. Ooh, okay. What's this called? Ruyama. I don't describe it. It's just marvelous. The next day, we headed out to meet the top of the called sandwich stores. Right from the stand here, you need to be skilled, either you're skilled so that you don't get stuck, or you just get a talk on it, which is what we did. And we linked up with this guy and he's going to take us all the way to the sandwich house.
Alright guys, this is the part where we're gonna go off-road now. So we're just gonna basically switch up the car traction control, because that's one of the procedures that we do. The traction control has to be off, and then we're gonna engage it to H4, which is a normal 4x4. As I always tell my clients, this is the part where we say we're gonna have some African massages all the way. It's good to see if you have a chance. Alright, cool.
Let's go. I've seen numerous videos of the desert hitting the ocean, but I haven't had a chance to experience it fully for myself until now.
It is the only place in the world for hundreds and hundreds of kilometers where the world's oldest desert, the Namib Desert, and the Atlantic Ocean meet. This is the oldest desert in the world and half of the highest built in the world.
The The Namib Desert is the oldest desert in the world and has endured for 55 to 80 million years. And it extends for over 1,900 kilometers along the Atlantic coast of Africa to Angola, and southwards across Namibia to the Western Cape province of South Africa.
You can see the dunes here, and on this side is the ocean. Guys, can you imagine the ocean and the desert meeting each other?
The best way to come here is with an experienced company who is familiar with it, because driving here leads the highest to the
Oh my God!
Why do you think the direction? I think it's one of the most unique landscapes I've ever seen. I've never been there. I've never been there.
Are you serious? You're looking like a gazelle.
Also, the time of the day matters, because during night time, this road we're driving on will be totally submerged by the sea. We drove all the way up to the highest dune in Namibia, and this was the best fun I've had in a while.
Next, lunch.
I posted a picture of like what is going on? Yeah. Visiting Namibia really changed my mind about what this beautiful African country really has to offer. I never expected to be feeling so mind-blowing. The country is so big that you need probably 2 months to really experience it fully. Have something to offer. Definitely coming back. It helps shape your times and your expectations.
You look at the top 4 economy would be the mining, the fishing, the farming, laboratories.
Oh wow.
Farming is big.
I thoroughly enjoyed my stay in Namibia, and I can say Namibians are one of the most suitable people I've ever met in the African country. Today I arrived there, my drone stopped working, and from Costa Rica, the stranger was willing to lend me this to take most of the shots you saw on his phone, and we are now friends. The most important thing about travel for me isn't just the location, but the amazing people you get to meet along the way, and I did meet many Namibians. Shout out to the Namibians for sponsoring all our accommodation and our logistics for this trip. Coming to Namibia, definitely check out the link in the description below to reach out to Botswana, and I tell everyone the same experience. I went there somewhere that strangers are just friends that you haven't met yet. So would I recommend Namibia 100%? It's such a cocktail of activities and experiences. And everyone should try it. If you guys enjoy this video, if you did, please hit the like button and subscribe. See you guys.
You can just snap, list, and sell with ease, with 0 selling fees. Bags, basics, those pants you swore you'd wear but never got around to, you can have just from 5 birthdays ago. Turn fashion and brand, sell without the hassle. Pay stress-free. Declutter fast, earn money faster. And so much more. Download Vinted and
If you are not checking out
from beautiful countries, and over the next 7 years, I will be exploring it.
This is the first time I'm seeing the rainbow. Now you guys so beautiful.
Zimbabwe is a landlocked country. Zimbabwe ends here, Zambia. Basically no man's land. For dramatic landscape and diverse wildlife. It's a country I've heard so much about, but I just not got a chance to visit. The little known secret is that Zimbabwe is home to one of the world's 7 wonders, Trail Falls, which I have always wanted to see. Since I had 7 days, I devised a plan to explore the different parts of the country and finally ended up at the Trail Falls, one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. I set a budget of $1,000, which I would make sure not to go without. I started my journey from Botswana, which is less than 1 hour from Zimbabwe, travel by air. So I was going to go by road, since both countries were but traveling across the African country with the Nigerian passport is always a hassle. So I got the idea.
Just taking me around, show me around, show what's happening right here. I'm going to start as soon as cold. I don't know. Amazing place. You always come here. What people who come here to do? People come here to chill. Sometimes maybe for an interview. Yeah. You need some place to wait, Wi-Fi. There's one right here. Yeah. Oh, where is it? I'll still do that. Very safe. So that's like talking, making videos, shots in the middle of the sea. Getting the vibe of Harare. This is the actual vibe. This is the real life vibe. This is what it's like. You didn't
Never felt unsafe while walking around the city, even with all my
that was quick. You didn't move quick in the city. So everyone is living dangerous. Dangerous to me.
Many buildings in the CBD closely resemble a mix of places in Johannesburg and places in Lagos, as every town involved different outlets filled with different people conducting their businesses.
Check this out.
One of the most famous buildings was the Reserve Bank in Zimbabwe, the country's central bank. This is one of the tallest and oldest buildings in the city.
These are the old buildings. Everyone's got this one. Oh, okay. So now you actually got us.
An interesting observation from the while exploring the city was the widespread use of the US dollar as their primary currency. This was particularly strange, as I never expected this to happen in an African nation.
It makes doing business here more expensive and brings us exports uncompetitive.
So Zimbabwe has had a long history of inflation, leading to the government abandoning its currency for the dollar. It got so bad that on 22nd July 2008, the government issued a $100 billion note in Zimbabwe, a Guinness World Record for the highest denomination ever given by a country's central bank. When it was issued, it was just enough to buy 2 loaves of bread for 3 eggs, which is crazy when you think about it.
Hello? What about you out there? What's happening?
Alright, we're out. I'm finished my set. That's it.
The first meal was either of tribe or Matubu, as it's commonly called. It's like Amala. We have some little like to do as well. Let me take some of the things and some of the